Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a weekend in my life, yoga teacher edition. It's the first weekend in March, which means it is one of 4 or one of 5. I can't remember how many weekends we have in March before I officially stop teaching at my studio. So I thought it would be fun to bring you along, and also just as a little memory for me. My first class is at 10:30 a.m. and I think it's around 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So first things first, I've already taken Maza out for a walk, but I have to feed her and I have to feed myself. So I think we're just gonna do that right now, and I probably won't really have much time for anything else. So as long as I get to make my coffee before I have to leave, I'll be happy with that. Just having some coffee, some oats, and I'm getting Maza's breakfast ready as well, but she also needs her next guard Spectra today, so let's give that to her. Come. She doesn't want it. Maza, you gotta eat it. Eat it. Okay, it's gross. That didn't work, so okay, we've made it. As you can see, we're back in the car. I didn't really film arriving or leaving because there's a class before me and after me, and there was just too much commotion going on, and I'm still trying to get comfortable with the camera, so pulling it out in front of people. There are way too many people passing around here. Okay, anyway. So that class that I just did was my Wiser Gentle class, which is a class for 65 plus seniors. I love that class. It's so great. Everyone's so great there. I was not able to tell them that I was not going to be teaching them anymore after this month, but next Wednesday when I'm back here teaching, I really need to do that. I need to. I have to. I don't really do any prep for that class just because it's pretty much the same sequence every single week. They don't seem to get bored of it. I do try to add like here and there, switching it up a little bit, but for the most part it's pretty much the same. But it works for them because they already kind of know the sequence, so they don't really have to watch me, which they like. They like being able to just hear me and know what is next. Nobody likes to be confused. But anyway, so that class is done. I've got a few errands to run before I go back home. I've got to go to the bank, get some coins out for laundry, and I've got to stop by the grocery store so that I have lunch for today and that I have dinner for when I come back from teaching, because I typically will go to the grocery store after I teach, but it's kind of annoying to have to do that. And so now that I'm out, and I need lunch for today too, so I can't really wait till after dinner. I can't really wait till dinner. Oh my gosh, I don't know. My mind is I just feel like I'm all over the place today. Anyway, so bank, grocery store, back home. I have to eat lunch, I have to walk Maza, and then hopefully I can do a little bit of prep work for my evening classes. There are just way too many people everywhere today, and I really have to freaking pee. But I've got groceries, I've got my coins. Now I've got to zoom on home so I don't pee my pants. We're back home. We made it to the bathroom on time, and I didn't realize this, but the ladies in my last class were saying that it was going to be really hot this weekend, and I just checked the weather and it is. It's going to be a high of 37 degrees Celsius on Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday. It's also really, it says it's 24 degrees right now, but it feels like it's way hotter. So I was gonna take Maza out on a big walk, but I don't think I want to do that because I don't want her to get heat stroke. So I think I'm just gonna take her on a walk just up the street that's right here, because there's one side that's really shady, and hopefully that'll help. But I think we're gonna have to figure out how to keep her entertained indoors for this weekend, or just wake up really early and take her on a big walk before the sun comes blaring down. Well, we went outside and it actually wasn't as hot as I thought it was, so we ended up going on like a 30-35 minute walk instead, and I think this one is a happy camper that we did.
I don't wanna know. Yeah, who you been talking to? Fucking with figuring out.
I've got my hot chocolate, my notebook, my pen, my laptop, and my dog. Alright, now to prep for this class.
I hope somebody better than me is around. Keep me under a rock and you up on my shoulder.
I finished with my evening double. I teach a 45-minute hot and a 60-minute hot class. Everyone's gone already. I've already done the towels, put them in the dryer and the washing machine. I've just got to fold some towels, fill up the water fountain, and I'll be ready to go home to have some dinner and some cuddles with my puppy and a shower because I'm really gross and sweaty.
You've been spending it alone. Who you been seeing now? Yeah. Who you like to be around? Yeah. Who keeps you up late and who wakes you up early and who you been dreaming about?
All right, finished. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. It's already 10:30 a.m. in the morning. We got a pretty early start today. I think I've already mentioned this, but it's supposed to be really hot today, like 36 degrees. So we woke up early, took Mus on her walk around 8:30 a.m. because it was still pretty cool then. Then even, yeah, I think it was like 20 degrees when we left at 8:30, and then we got back around 9:30ish, and it was already like starting to get really hot with the sun out. So I'm glad we did that. But I got back, we both had breakfast, and then I called my parents, spent some time on the phone with them, and now I just have to get ready because I have a Pilates class at 12 p.m. In Port Melbourne, so that's like probably a 20-ish minute drive, and then I've still got to find parking and all of that. So I'm gonna try to leave here around 11:15, and yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm trying to get a little bit of cleaning done before I leave, but I'm not really too worried about that because the rest of this day we're gonna spend doing just that, cleaning, organizing, all of that fun moving stuff. What else? I think that's it. I've just got Maza hiding under the bed right now because I had some clothes stored underneath the bed, and I took it out just to organize it all, and she loves to hide. There she is. She loves to hide underneath the bed, I guess. It's like her little den. Are you okay down there? Okay guys, I left a little bit late. Our ETA is 47. As long as the traffic keeps moving, I think we will get there okay. But I've still got to find parking, and I don't know why I do this to myself. I am back from Pilates. I got back, I was just on the phone to my partner for a little bit, and then I started, well, I made my bed, one, and then I started editing this video. And I was editing the part where I was doing some prep work for my Friday evening class, and that just kind of sparked the idea to come on here and answer just a few questions about being a yoga teacher, or about me being a yoga teacher. So I will start off by saying that I do not teach yoga full-time. This is a part-time job for me, and currently I'm teaching 6 classes a week. So I teach 2 classes Wednesday morning, 1 class Friday morning, 2 classes Friday evening, and then I teach another class on Sunday morning. I was very fortunate in that all of the jobs that I have teaching and that I have had teaching yoga have all been through word of mouth. So I did my teacher training with one of the studios that I'm currently teaching at, and right after that they just asked me to start teaching for them straight away, and I did. So that was really nice. From that same studio, I had a teacher who also taught at one of the studios. They were looking for a teacher, and he told me I should reach out and message them, so I did, and that's how I got that job. And then for my other teaching job, I actually was going to a hammock class, a hammock dance type of class, and the teacher for that class was also a yoga teacher, but she was working on kind of starting her own business and focusing more on hammock dance. And she found out, we got to talking, she found out that I was a yoga teacher, and then asked me if I wanted to take over her classes because she was leaving and they were having a hard time finding someone. So I did, and that's how I got that job. And then aside from the studios that I teach at now, I was also teaching at a kind of fancy health club for a little bit, just doing covers, but their schedule just didn't really align with mine, and I stopped teaching there. But that job as well I got because another yoga teacher that I taught with at one of my studios kind of recommended me to them. So yeah, I've been really fortunate in that, and now that I'm moving, I think it will be a little bit of a different experience because all of these studios have been in the city, so obviously there's a community here and a lot of people know each other and whatnot, but I'm moving a little bit further out and I don't really know anyone in that area. I don't really know any of the studios in that area, so I think it's going to be a completely different experience for me trying to I don't know, trying to just teach at another studio where I have absolutely zero connections with, but I will keep you guys updated on that if you're interested in learning how that goes. Oh yeah, so the reason why I even thought about doing this FAQ is because I realized that I recorded myself doing prep work for my evening classes, but I didn't really say like what I was doing. So I am one of those yoga teachers that likes to switch up her sequence every single week, just because, I don't know, it's just a thing for me. I know a lot of people are like, oh, like your students won't get bored of doing the same sequence, but I think they do, and then so that makes teaching not fun for me, so that's why I like to switch it up. But the way really that I prep for classes is just setting up my phone to record myself. I get on my mat, turn on some music, and just kind of free flow, and then I'll go back and see what I've been doing as I've been recording, and I'll just write down my sequence from there. So I don't know, I can't just sit down and like try to write moves down. I need to actually be on my mat moving, and I think it really helps as well because you want it to flow and you want it to feel good, and how can you know that if you're not actually doing the move? So yeah, pretty much just free flowing and recording myself, and then that's how I come up with my classes. I do already have a basic class structure that I follow, so that makes it a little bit easier for me when I'm prepping my classes. But yeah, if you were interested in what I was doing for my prep, that is how I prep for my classes. And then just another thing that I wanted to talk about, going back to the fact that I do not teach yoga full time. I did at one point think that I wanted to do that. I was teaching like 10 to 12 classes a week, I think, and I very quickly realized that I was just getting exhausted by doing all of that, so I kind of pulled it back a little bit. And I realized that if you want to be a full-time yoga teacher, I think the way to not get burnt out is to learn how to earn your income in other ways. It's not just teaching, but I haven't gotten that far yet, so I won't even talk about that. But I don't know, when I was first kind of like trying to suss out yoga teaching, even prior to doing my teacher training, I think a big thing that people want to know is how much you get paid as a yoga teacher, and that varies extremely, I think, from studio to studio, from location, country, all of that you need to take into consideration, I think. But just for me personally, even the 3 studios that I'm at right now, they all pay differently. So one pays me $60 a class, another one pays me $70 a class, and then another one actually pays me as an employee. So I get paid by the hour, and they do 30 minutes pre-class and 30 minutes post-class. And I think the rate for that one is like 40-ish something Aussie dollars. So yeah, so that is what my income is as a yoga teacher teaching here. And I don't know, it'll probably change once I move further east and start teaching at other places. But again, I'll just have to learn that as I go too. And if you are also interested, maybe I'll do an update video on that as well. Yeah, so it's still hot AF outside. I don't know, it's 4:30. It's not quite dinner time yet, so I think I might just do a little bit more editing. And I do also want to research yoga spaces, because while I think it would be easier just to suss out studios around where I'm going to be moving and teach there, I have been really toying with this idea of doing something on my own. So I think I just want to start to gather numbers and see what the upfront cost will be, and like think about marketing and all of that. So that's probably what I will spend the next few hours doing. And yeah, I've got my little buddy here, and yeah, as you can see, that corner of my room is still a mess. I've got clothes everywhere. I should probably actually do that first, and then get to do the fun yoga research stuff. That is it for now. I will check in with you guys in a little bit.
I woke up in a haze this morning. Baby, I don't know what I did last night. My phone still got a drink all over. Guess I gotta get it back together right now. I don't know where my shoes at. The way that I barefooted back home. I don't know where my friends at. Guess I got.
Sit. Down. Bow. Yes. Bow. Yes. 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 Break. Thank you. Okay, so I actually just ended up cleaning my room, did a little bit of training with Maza, took her outside, and now I'm starving, so I'm going to make some dinner for myself and then give Maza her dinner as well. I'm teaching tomorrow at 9 a.m. but it's gonna be another really hot day, so I want to wake up a little bit earlier, a lot earlier than I usually do, so that I could take Maza at least on like a 30-minute walk before I go to class. Yeah, so it's 6 p.m. having an early dinner, and I think we are gonna have an early bedtime as well. We did not wake up as early as I had planned. I took Maza for a walk. She's eating now, and I'm just getting my bag ready to leave because I have to go in 10 minutes. So I'm at the studio a little bit later than I would have liked, but anyway, we're here. And I think I've shown this to you before. Pretty sure pretty sure I've shown this to you before, but anyway, this is what it looks like. And where we practice. I haven't turned the lights on yet, so it doesn't look too cute on this side, but I've got to go around and turn on all of those bottom lights, the lights on the stage, and yeah, that is it. All right, now I've got to get back to it before people start coming. Hey guys, this is future me speaking. It is, I think, what's today? It's already Wednesday of the following week, but I didn't record an outro, so I'm here. I basically just spent the rest of my Sunday editing my website, and I went to rock climbing with my roommate later on that evening, and then I just drove to my partner's house. So that's where I am now, and we're just gonna finish the vlog here. But yeah, lots of future things, hopefully good things happening with the website. So keep an eye out on that. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.